Let's talk about some spooky Halloween themed single eyeshadows. Most of these are recommendations from you. I asked on my IG stories as well as my community tab on what some of your recommendations are for single eyeshadows that give you spooky Halloween vibe. So thank you for participating. These are pulled from those recommendations. So there are 10 shadows. So one of them is my recommendation and the rest of them are your recommendations. So let's get right into them. And these are in no particular order. Here is Gargoyle. I definitely see why you recommended this one. I think the shift to green is just such an element of surprise. We've got the olive tone straight on, and this one is super metallic, and also it is a black base multichrome, so definitely a great recommendation. This next shade is Pumpkin Holo, and this one is from Bella Beaute Bar. And this one is for sure perfect. Not only do we have the holo, which is super fun, it's got the orange flash and shift to yellow. I mean, the name is just perfect. And this one is very, very smooth. It's a really bright orange, but the shadow itself is pretty sheer. So this one would be really fun to layer over a dark orange or other mattes and just watch it transform. Next shade is Top Notch, and this one is from ShineBySD, and this one is so perfect. It's a really beautiful jeweled purple, and it has a green gold shift. It has just so much going on. It's very, very metallic. And I think this one is for sure a perfect Halloween type of eyeshadow between all the different shifts, but also just the tone of purple. I think this shade embodies Halloween. I mean, look at this shift. It is so, so magical. The next shade is my recommendation, and it is Black Magic Holo from Bella Beaute Bar. This is a black shade with holo sparkles throughout it. It's not necessarily like overtly very metallic like some of these other shades, but it's definitely got a shine to it. And of course the holo sparkle, this one's definitely very spooky vibes, and it's got a little bit of a purple tone straight onto it. Next shade is Helix Nebula from Terra, and I mean, look at this one. It is such a grungy shimmer shadow. It's not super metallic or sparkly. It definitely has a little bit more of a smoother type of sheen to it, but the color itself is so interesting. It's got like a teal base to it with a pinky purple flash straight on and a shift to yellow to green. Very magical shade. This one to me gives nighttime vibes. Next shade is Midnight Sun, and this is a black to red multichrome. Of course, I had to add this one in here. And this one is more of a satin type of shimmer shade, but look at that shift to red. It is so, so glorious. I do see a little bit of golden green all the way on a harsh angle. This shade always makes me think of vampires. Like, this is what a vampire would wear for sure. Solar Expansion from Terra. And this one's kind of like a pink straight on with a dark base, shifting to green. This one I could see a witch wearing. And this one is one of the more textured shades, and it is super, super sparkly. Next up is Leon from Odin's Eye, another great vampire type of shadow. Very smooth and metallic. This one is a little bit on the squishy emollient side, but it is just unmatched. It is so, so bright. And the shift on this one is to black. So it's the reverse of Midnight Sun, but it is more shiny than Midnight Sun. I don't think the shift to black is that prominent though. It's definitely seen kind of on certain angles. Then we have Calypso Shadows, and this one is a cool tone purple with shift to lime green. This one is from Devinah Cosmetics. And this one also perfect purpley tone. This one looks like it has a blue base in it. And then that shift is just so, so prominent, which is super fun. I love the tone of purple with this one. And then that shift is just so contrasting. Great purple option for Halloween. And the last shade is Arcturus, and this one is from Terra. And look at that. It is the perfect, super bright Halloween orange shimmer shadow. This one has a little bit of texture in the pan, and I'm pretty sure it also stains, but it does smooth out. And it's super, super opaque, as you can see. It does have a magenta base to it, and it flashes kind of gold straight on, and then has a lot of orange, and it shifts to a lime green all the way with yellow in between. I feel like this one and Top Notch together would be so, so beautiful. Here's the stain I was talking about on my finger. It's got lots of shine and lots of sparkle, and a little bit goes a long way. So those are the Halloween spooky themed single eyeshadow recommendations from you. Let me know in the comments below if you're going out for Halloween, what shade are you wearing, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.